Hello kids, how are you all? Hope you all are fit and fine and having great time with your family. Keeping yourself quarantined and safe from corona. Now in our English class, we are going to start with session 3. So let's start.
Okay children, today in our English class, we are going to start with grammar. Now let's see the topics which we are going to learn today. Subject and predicate. Abstract nouns. And synonyms. Okay children, so shall we move ahead? Okay children, now let's start with subject and predicate. The subject of a sentence is what or who the sentence is about. The predicate is what is said about the subject. When we wish to know what the subject of a sentence is, we ask the question who or what with the verb. Okay children. Okay children. Now here they have given you when we wish to know what the subject of a sentence is, we ask the question who or what with the verb. Now first you all tell me what is a verb? Verb is an action word, isn't it? So now let's read the sentences and understand with the help of examples. The birds flew far to the south. Now, which is the verb over here? Flew, isn't it children? So what question you will ask yourself with the verb? Who flew far to the south? What answer you get? The birds. Isn't it children? So the subject is the birds. Now what is the predicate? Predicate is what is said about the subject. Now what all is said about the birds in the sentence? Flew far to the south. So flew far to the south will be your predicate. Isn't it children? The remaining part of the sentence will be your predicate. Now let's move to the next. The spruce tree helped the bird. Now which is the verb in this sentence? Helped, isn't it? So what question you will ask yourself? Who helped the bird? Isn't it children? So what will be the answer? The spruce tree. So what is the subject? The spruce tree is the subject. Now what all is said about the spruce tree? Help the bird. So help the bird will be your predicate. Isn't it children? I hope you all have understood well. Now let's solve the exercise based on this. Okay children, now before we start with the exercise, do you all remember what all are helping verb? Yes, am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had, will, shall. All these are helping verbs. They help the main verb to form the sentence. If the sentence doesn't have the main verb, we consider helping verbs as verb in the sentence. Okay children, now let's start with the exercise. Now let's read the heading. Match the subjects with their predicates. Now can you see they have given you two columns over here? Subject and predicate. So we have to match the subject with proper predicate. That means the subject should match with the proper verb. Okay children, now remember if the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. So now let's start. The first one is the gardener. Now see the predicate part. Which action or verb matches the gardener? Watered the plants, right? So you will match the gardener with watered the plants. Now ask the question to yourself, who watered the plants? Answer is the gardener. Isn't it children? Now let's move on to the next. The bank. Now the bank is a place which opens and closes at a particular time. Isn't it? Now, can you see a particular time written in any of the sentences in the predicate part? Yes, will open at 9 a.m. Now what question you will ask with the verb? What will open at 9 a.m.? The answer will be the bank. So you will match the bank with will open at 9 a.m. Now the third one, we. Now do you remember I said the subject should match with the proper verb, isn't it? Now the third is we. We is plural subject. So we have to find the plural predicate, isn't it? So what matches with we? We are. So what will be the predicate? We are going to the fair with our aunt. Is that clear, children? Now the next, Pakhi. So Pakhi is a singular subject. So we can match it with will or wakes. Okay, so let's start. Pakhi will play during the lunch break. Now you can ask the question, who will play during the lunch break? Answer is Pakhi. Or who wakes up early to go swimming? Pakhi. Okay, now the next, the dogs. Now what do the dogs do? They normally bark. So we'll match the dog with bark on the strangers. Now what question you will ask yourself? Who barked at the strangers? The answer will be the dogs. Now the last one, Ellison. Now with Ellison again you can match will and wakes. Ellison will play during the lunch break. Ellison wakes up early to go swimming. Is that clear, everyone? What question you will ask? Who will play during the lunch break? Ellison. Who wakes up early to go swimming? Ellison. Is that clear, everyone? I hope you all have understood well. Now let's start with abstract nouns. Okay, children. Now before we start with abstract noun, let us revise common noun, proper noun and collective noun. We have learned that a noun is the name of a person, a place or a thing. Nouns can be proper or common. A special name is a proper noun and a general name is a common noun. For example, Sita is a clever girl. Now proper noun is Sita. And what is the common noun? Girl. Isn't it, children? Okay. Now we have also seen when a collection of people or things are taken as a single unit, a name given to a group is called collective noun. For example, crowd of people, herd of buffaloes, swarm of bees. Isn't it, children? Do you all remember? Yes. Okay, children. Now do you remember the words strength and kindness in the story? I hope yes. They are abstract nouns. Abstract nouns refer to ideas that we cannot see or touch. For example, can we touch strength or kindness? No, isn't it? They are ideas. Now, abstract nouns can be formed from adjectives, verbs and common nouns. Adjectives, for example, ill, the abstract noun will be illness. Now, verbs. For example, obey, the abstract noun will be obedience. Now, common nouns. King, the abstract noun will be kingdom. Okay, children, I hope you all have understood the abstract nouns well. Now, let's solve the exercise. Okay, children, now let's read the heading. Read these sentences and underline the abstract nouns. Now, the first one. The soldiers were awarded for their bravery. Now, can you all tell me the abstract noun over here? Yes, bravery. Second, honesty is the best policy. Now, Honesty. Yes, very good. Now the third one. The brave men fought for the country's freedom. Now the third one is freedom. Isn't it? Free, freedom. Honest, honesty. Brave, bravery. Now the fourth one. There was complete silence in the room. Now can you all tell me? Silence. Yes, you can feel it. You cannot touch the silence. You can feel it. Isn't it, children? Now the next. We must have faith in ourselves. Faith. Isn't it, children? Faith, you can feel the faith. You cannot touch. Spending time with my friends gives me happiness. Yes, happiness. It's an abstract noun. You can feel the happiness. Isn't it? Now, my grandma always tells me stories about her childhood. Childhood, yes. Why childhood is an abstract noun? Because it's a word for a period of time in a person's life. So, all nouns for time are abstract noun. Can we touch the time? No, we can feel it. Now, the eighth one. The teacher told us to write a story using our imagination. Yes, imagination. You can feel it. You cannot touch imagination. Isn't it, children? Now, I hope you all have understood well. Now, let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, children. Now, next is synonyms. A synonym is a word that has the same or nearly the same meaning as another word. Now, for example, beautiful, lovely, big, huge, begin, start, brave, fearless, afraid, scared. Okay, children, I hope you all have understood synonyms well. Now, let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, children, now let's read the heading. Choose the correct synonym for the highlighted words in these sentences. The first one, Yogita was unhappy because she could not go to the birthday party. Now the highlighted word is unhappy. Now the synonym for unhappy is sad. Yes, very good. Second one, I feel exhausted today. I studied until late last night. Exhausted means very good, tired. Third, Ruchika fell ill after having the pizza. Now, the highlighted word is ill. Now, the words given are dull, sick, tired. Yes, very good. Answer is sick. Now, the fourth one. It was quite difficult to pass the test, but Manu did it easily. Difficult, tough, very good. Now, the fifth one. Have you understood the instructions? Understood means, what is the meaning of understood? Does it mean read or studied? No, it means followed. Have you followed the instructions? Have you understood the instructions? Now, the sixth one. I helped my teacher by carrying her books. Now, the synonym for helped, does it mean showed? Does it mean rush? No, it means assisted. Is that clear, everyone? I hope you all have understood well. Okay, children. So, we end our today's session over here. But I have a task for you all. Please complete the given task. Form abstract nouns from the given words. The words are loyal, kind, strong, enjoy, child. Okay, everyone. I hope you all have understood well. Bye, everyone. Meet you all in the next session.